Hello, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to the channel. It's Becky here, gracing your online screen with another interesting video. So, guys, at this point, we need to start a special prayer movement because what is happening, I don't understand anymore. The rate at which I am hearing about, marital scandals and then divorce here and there, husband leaving wife, wife leaving husband, it is getting too much. I am tired. I have to admit, at this point, I am tired. What is going on? We need to pray. Oh, like we need to pray, serious prayer, like every evil power. Everybody repeat after me. Every evil power that is working against marriages, saying that marriages will not succeed. Holy Ghost.
Jele pratike badun shalakatinda latike pahanda ligadosati maratesha ataki pronto tunde itekanda sataki balabandea radosha keva ande barake patosha rande denzele hendele bonda diketomba ite praki patoshele gebandusa.
Fire destroy, fire consume, fire bind, fire bury in the mighty name of Jesus. Because what's going on? What is going on? Like the rates, like this past few weeks, it's been marriage scandals and marriage this, that, you turn here, there's a couple fighting, you turn here, there's another couple fighting, you say, make you look this place, one couple is saying they are divorced, another person, I'm like, what's going on? So actually, even though we have been focused on Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko marital scandals, there's actually been more, and I just said, okay, I will talk about some of them in this video today. Normally on the channel, each video kind of has a particular topic. If I'm focusing on Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko, that one is one video. If I'm focusing on Two-Face and Natasha, that one is one video. But in this video, I'm just like, okay, we'll just talk about, some of the marital scandals or broken marriages that's been trending online that I've not been able to talk about in a special, like in a dedicated video. We'll just talk about it in this episode today. So the most recent one that happened is with Mr. Funny, or what's that his popular name? Sabinus. Yes, Sabinus, during a live video on TikTok, he announced that his marriage has ended.
But say as you ask me that I don't marry, make I just answer my here now. In case of people where they get plan, when they carry rumor, I say I'm not married. My marriage is ended.
We gotta put out for camera.
Yes, my marriage is ended. Peacefully. Peacefully. Me and the mom, we are good, everything. My daughter is okay, she's doing very fine. Wow. You understand? So that's it. W for the child.
So actually, guys, his marriage was not really out there in public, honestly. It was even this particular news that now made me to go and check out his wife. He's married to this beautiful lady called Sienna Chapman, and they have a beautiful daughter together. They got married in 2023, which means that marriage lasted for 2 years. I saw a picture of them. They've known each other since 2015 and they got married in 2023. That's like 8 years of being friends. And I was like, that's really amazing because, they will always tell you, marry your friend, know who you want to marry. Like, if you people have known yourself for a long time, the chances of the marriage surviving is high. But I'm like, what now happened in this particular situation? What's going on? But honestly, guys, you see this marriage thing, there is no script to it. What works for one person might not work for the other person. Marriage is hard. At this point, we just have to admit it. Marriage is hard. Even me, where they talk, I know. I know what I'm saying. I've had my own fair share. Maybe I'll talk about my own story in another video. I will not bring it into this video because if I start to talk, hey, the things when my eye does see my brother, it no go end. I say it no go end. If I start to talk for this video, we'll not even talk about the ones that I came here for. But honestly, guys, making a marriage work is not easy. And whenever we see people that have spent 20 years, 30 years, 40 years in marriage, you have to give them their flowers because it takes a lot. Like there was a particular time we were having a panel session, a marital panel session in church, and one of the men said something very profound. He said it takes a wise man to find a wife, and then it takes a foolish man to keep a marriage. You get that? Did you get it? It takes a wise man to find a wife. It takes a foolish man to keep a marriage, which means for you to make a marriage work and keep that marriage till death do you part, you have to be foolish, and that is true. So a lot of men and a lot of women are not ready to be foolish, and that is the reason why we are having high rates of divorce. If you go back to our mother's generation, like there was always one foolish partner or maybe two foolish partners, but for that marriage to work, one person has to submit themselves to foolishness. One person just has to be that person that will be like, okay, let me just calm down and just make this thing work, honestly. And I think like the level of patience in this generation has reduced drastically. Like life is becoming less patient. It's not just about us. Even God self not really get patient with us like that, because like how many years do we live again? Like the lifespan or life expectancy of an average man right now is like 80 years to 90 years. That's if you live long ago. So you see, like people are not that patient anymore to go through, those suffering and endure for a long time. Once it's not working, everybody's like, well, just move on to the next available thing, to the next adventure of life. So, anyways, that is about Sabinus, and I like the fact that he said the marriage ended peacefully, and his daughter is doing well. I think the wife is taking custody of the daughter. I'm not that sure, but yeah, that's okay. So the next one that blew me away is that of Queen Mercy of Bibi Nanja. When I saw this one, I was like, what's going on? Like, honestly, what is going on at this point? You know what? You don't reach the point where you say if people announce their engagements or people announce their marriage for social media now, you'll be looking at them with one eye like, you know, because the rate at which people will come up and announce their engagements and everybody is all over them, happy for them. I remember Mercy's wedding. So, like, I remember it like it was yesterday because everybody was happy for her. She was, first of all, in a relationship with Lord Lambert, whom she had a daughter for, but allegedly he was not, performing his fatherly duties. He was not there for her and the child. I think the family was maltreating them and all of that. So when this guy, David, now came and married her, accepted her and her daughter, everybody was so happy. Like, I remember Lord Lambert getting a lot of attacks and trolls on social media, people telling him how it's good for you. You thought because you left her with the child, another man will not accept her. People were like, the child now has a father. All of that happened. People were so happy for them. And within how many years? When did they get married? I can't remember. But I think that was in March 2024. It means the marriage lasted for just a year or a year plus. And now she came out to say that the marriage has ended. So it was in a comment section that she actually revealed this. Let me go to that post. So this is somebody dropped a comment on a post and the person said Iyawo Deji, and then she replied, I completely understand, Hon, and I apologize, but going forward, please address me as Queen Mercy. Thank you. Then another person now said, Queen, hope you are still married because Asa, you are too beautiful to be single. Then she replied and said, single and unavailable. Just like that. Like she just dropped it. She just dropped the thing for us just like that. Not even a post. It was in a comment section. She just dropped the information. Like people should just take it like that. Like if blogs had not gone to a comment section to see it, me that I don't really know how to search comment section like that, like won't have even known that anything happened. She just give us the information like it doesn't matter. Like people should just take it like that. But honestly, guys, like I said, I'm not here to criticize anybody or say anything because even me that I'm standing here, I've told you I have my own fair share too. But it is well. It is well. We wish her all the best. We wish her and her daughter and our ex-husband all the best. I will pray that if they are going to resolve it, we will still support them. If they say this is their final decision, they say yes, then it's all fine and good. Then another one that really blew me away, Anita Joseph and her husband, MC Fish. Guys, these people were in our faces. Like, Anita Joseph was in our face with this marriage. Hey, God. I was like, ha, ha, ha. Anita Joseph and her husband, MC Fish, are allegedly, oh, this one did not come from them. The first two that we talked about came from from the horse's mouth. So that one is confirmed. But this one was posted in a blog. And it says, actress Anita Joseph suffered a stillbirth and domestic violence in her 5-year marriage. Actress Anita Joseph's 5-year marriage has ended, as confirmed by SDK blog in recent news. And even though the actress has not come out to confirm the news, insiders have begun to wag their gossipy tongues. The insider says that Anita lost two babies while together with estranged husband Michael. She said she is said to have suffered a stillbirth and a painful miscarriage, and that these two pregnancies shattered her. But what broke her the most, according to sources, was when she held a dead baby and cried over it. The source says Anita hasn't properly healed. Since 2023, they had their good, happy moments, but Michael has a temper. She chops beating once in a while from her gentle faced husband who has serious anger issues. He drinks and smokes and takes balloon. He would display his temper and she would forgive him, and they would continue with pepper them post on social media. She's still going to click on his post. She is still going to click on his post. Does he click on us? Anita really needs strength to move on from all the pain she has endured. There are also talks that he cheated severally on her during their time together, but he always asked for forgiveness and she forgave him. The source added, her friends and family have told her to react or respond at her own time. She doesn't owe anyone any explanation of why she decided to settle for someone who had nothing to lose by trying to mess her up. SDK blog wishes both parties all the best. Guys, this one really touched me because this couple was in our faces. I admired them, but at the same time, like there's some couples I will see, I would admire your relationship, or I would admire your marriage. But at the same time, it's easy to sense when there is something off. Energies don't lie. When there is something off, how she would always come online to validate the marriage. You see one thing. Let me tell you guys something. Things that are good, genuine marriage that people enjoy does not need much validation. They don't need much of social media validation. They will just be busy enjoying their marriage, okay? And then you see, when people get into a marriage with a younger guy, it's not a bad thing to get into a marriage with a younger guy, but make sure he's ticking one box. If he's younger, then he should be richer. As a woman, you cannot be older than your husband and be richer than your husband. It will hardly work. It's possible, but the chances are very low. Why do I say so? Men are very egoistic, if there is any word like that. And anything that tampers with their ego, it takes, like, it's only few men that can handle it. Only few men. And once the ego of a man has been bruised, once a man begins to feel low self-esteem, once his self-worth begins to be questioned, there is a lot that can begin to happen. A lot of men are violent with their wives because they feel a certain sense of irrelevance. They feel like their ego has been bruised. I don't have any other word to describe it, but I just hope you understand what I'm saying. So a man has to tick one box, or preferably both. He's older or he's richer, or both, so that his ego can be intact. Like, even with that, it is not a guarantee that the marriage would work, because there are men who are older and richer and the marriage still crashes. It happens. But I'm just saying that to have high chances of having a marriage, like a peaceful and happy marriage, ensure that your husband is ticking at least one box. He has to be older or richer, or preferably both, so that his ego can be intact. A man that has his ego intact has more tendency to control his temper and, not feel intimidated and not get angry over flimsy things that he's not supposed to get angry over. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But once his ego has been bruised, then he's looking for a way to prove to you that he's a man. Once a man feels intimidated by his wife, maybe because she's the one feeding for the family, or she's the breadwinner, or she's older, once he begins to feel intimidated by his wife, his next line of action is, how do I make her know that I am the man? Like, every single thing she does, he sees it like she doesn't respect me, even though that's not what it is. But to him, it feels like she doesn't respect me. So how do I make her feel like I am the man? And for some men that are not that matured, they can resort to beating. They can resort to beating the woman. That's why you see that some men are violent with their wives. It's actually because they feel intimidated by the woman. So I'm not that surprised about this one, although it is allegedly, or she has not confirmed it. But I'm not that surprised that the marriage has ended. Guys, they were in our faces. Ah, these two people, they were in our faces, especially from the wife's page. It's always women, it's always we women, always, I can understand because I've been there. Like when you just get married as a woman, there is that butterflies, there is the hormones and all of that. So you just feel like you have it all together and you want to like show the whole world what you're enjoying. Have you noticed that those people that have spent 20, 30, 40, 50 years in marriage, they don't come out and talk much about it? They don't come out and talk much about it because there is something that experience in marriage teaches you. When you experience marriage, like you go through the storms, you go deep into the storms and you come out and you survive it, it humbles you. The experience brings humility. That is why you will not see Joke Silva just bragging about her marriage online. Like people who have spent years that have gone through the storm in marriage, you'll not see them just bragging about it online because the experience comes with humility because you've gone through it. Like, so when you see people that are struggling, you will understand with them. You will have compassion and understand that even me too, that I went through my own and I successfully went through it too. It was not easy for me. So the experience brings humility and you will not want to brag. But for the newlyweds, they just want to be out there, they want to talk, they want to talk. Then comes the years that will now draw you back and make you realize that okay, let me calm down and think and look and observe because those years will definitely come. Trust me, those years will definitely come. Let's reminisce on this video of them.
Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is sweet. Don't allow mad people to tell you or convince you that marriage is not good. Okay. Don't get married on Allah. Don't get married on a flip man. Don't get married Onyolu. Don't get married Ndaro Alanampo. That's So when you marry a good man and your friend, but if you don't see your friend, still marry your friend. When you marry a good man, you know that marriage is beautiful, right, baby? How did you know? You know. So marriage is actually beautiful.
So how do you do it? How do you know?
I know. Because I'm married. We've been married for 5 years. Hey, but it's not easy. But that's why you need to marry somebody.
It's not easy. See this person where they here. It's not easy.
Man.
Let's snap. Wait first. Snap. I'll talk.
So this video is a very recent video because she said they've been married for 5 years. So it's a very recent video. Honestly, I wish them all the best. And guys, look, ladies, women, come closer. If you're going through challenges in your marriage, don't come out and be making it look as if your marriage is the perfect marriage. Because tell me why she said this just a few months ago, and then now we are hearing that she has allegedly been bearing marital abuse, domestic violence, she lost her pregnancy. Like if she was actually going through all of that, then why did she feel the need to come out and give us a false impression? Like just keep quiet about it. You don't have to come out and tell us that you are fighting your marriage, but still don't come out and lie. A lot of women do that because they want to cover up their husbands. They want to make it look like they're okay in their marriage. So they come out and lie and give false impression about their marriage. You are shooting yourself in the leg. Because by the time you now want to come out with the truth and tell people that, this is what I've been going through, nobody will believe you now because they'll be like, are you not the one that said it 5 years ago that your husband is the best husband in the world? Then how come you're now telling us now that he's this and that? That is why when I see people that are 2 years in marriage turning to marriage counselor, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. 2 years in marriage turning to marriage counselor, I'm like, babe. I understand though. I understand the butterflies that you're feeling, but at the same time, calm down. You'll see that in the next 10 years, it's not like you will not be a marriage counselor, but you'll be a marriage counselor with more understanding. In the next 20 years, you'll be a marriage counselor with more and more understanding, with more compassion. You will not just be saying it like that, yeah, yeah, for everybody to hear. You just be talking anyhow as if it's only you that have married. It's because you are still new. You are just 2 years. If you know what I'm talking about, click the like button. You're just 2 years in the marriage and you're just talking up and down. It's because you are still new. By the time you go through the experience, because you will definitely go through the experience, nobody is left out in this marriage palaver issue. It's just that some marriages will survive it, some might not. But you will definitely go through your own. By the time you go through your own, it will humble you. You will be humble. Then when they now call you to talk about marriage, you will not just be talking and just be talking as if you are the alpha and the omega of marriage. You will talk with compassion and with understanding. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Look, you see this marriage matter, eh? If I don't end this video now, the video go too long because there's a lot to unpack. There is a lot to talk about when you talk about marriage. Marriage is not easy. So if two people see that it is not working and they decide to end it, we still give them their accolades. For those ones that decide to fight through it, fight for love and say, I must make my marriage work, we still give them their accolades. Everybody will be all right. It's the most important thing is for you to be okay. It's better to leave your marriage alive than for them to carry your dead body out. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the video. I love you guys so much. I hope this video is not too long. I feel like I've talked for a long time, but thank you guys so much for sticking to the video. If you're one of my new viewers, then thank you for tuning in. Please click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so you can get free notifications whenever there's a new upload on the channel. And to all my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. This is Becky Culture Media, where we talk about trending news and events. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.